little bit of space in that mind today to come to your practice. Maybe next time you take a nice deep breath, lifting up through the top of the head. Inhale, lifting that head up, and then just exhale, lowering that chin to your chest. And then gently rocking that head out side to side, right, left. Left, right, and that half neck circle with that chin passing through center each time. And we'll take that right ear over to that right shoulder. Press that left shoulder down away. Create as much space as you can through the side of the neck. If you'd like, you can take that right hand up. You can rest that hand on the side of the head. And if you've taken that hand up, release that hand, relax that shoulder. A couple more times, rock that head out, left, right, left. And we'll take the left ear over the left shoulder. And then pressing that right shoulder down away, create some space inside the neck. If you'd like, again, you can take that left hand up on the side of the head. Just an option. And then taking that hand down, relax that shoulder again a couple more times, rock that head out side to side, right, left, right. Bring that chin down towards your chest, letting that chin come forward, hang here. And as we inhale, lift that chin up off that chest. You can open those eyes. If they're still closed, go ahead and take those legs out in front of you and extend through those legs, flex through those feet. Inhale those arms up and exhale and fold forward. Seated forward fold, head, chest, and body coming forward towards those legs as best as you can. Just bring it all together, waking up that low back, those hamstrings. From here, nice deep inhale, head up, chest up, and all that body comes up together. And let's come up onto our hands underneath, couple cat-cows, hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Take that chin in towards your chest. And as you do, just tuck it in, hold it here. Take a look at your knees. As you look through them, should be about hip distance apart. And you should be able to see those feet. You can see those feet behind you. It should be out behind those knees. And then as we reverse that curl into our cow, take that, lift that tailbone up, take that gaze slightly forward. Take those shoulder blades, pull them together. And look at those hands as we come through about shoulder width, fingers spread wide. And then inhale and exhale, round that back and reverse. Go through cat, through cow at your own pace. Lifting that tailbone and tucking that tailbone, lifting that heart and tucking that heart and that chin. One more time each way. And then we'll make our way to a neutral spine. We're going to thread the needle. We're going to start with that right arm, reaching long out to the side. You're just going to take that right arm underneath that left arm. You're going to go all the way down till we're resting on the side of the head. You've got that right arm threaded through with that palm up. And that left hand can stay beside your head if you need a little extra head support. If you want, you can take that left arm up. You can drape it behind the back. You can also take it down in front, palm down, walk the fingers forward. Whatever you need, but primarily work on that stretch through that right shoulder. You've got that arm threaded all the way through. And then if you'd like to incorporate that left arm, then take it somewhere else. Keeping those hips lifted up over those knees. And continue to breathe. And if that left arm has come anywhere else, you can bring it back up, straight overhead, bring that hand down beside your head, push into it. And then let's unthread and take that right arm, reaching the opposite direction. And then bringing that hand down, take a couple cat-cows. And then we'll go to that left arm. So making that back, just let that back go flat wherever it's going to be. Left arm again, just start by reaching long out to the left. Take it all the way underneath that right arm again to where we're down, resting on the side of the head. Keeping the right hand again. If you need help with that neck stability, keep that hand beside the head. If you'd like, you can bring the arm up, take it back, take it down, whatever works. If you did take the left arm somewhere else before, try and take the right arm to that same place. Try and keep each side of the body a little even as best as we can. And then from here, again, if that right arm's coming anywhere else, bring that right arm directly over that shoulder. Take that right hand down, press into it, unthread, take that left arm and just reach the opposite direction. And bring that hand down. And next up, as we come into puppy pose, we're going to keep our hips lifted right above our knees. Now we're going to slide our hands out as we lower our head down to the ground. So as we come into puppy pose, got those hips lifted above those knees. And sitting the arms down, just feeling that stretch. Feel how good that stretch feels in those shoulders and that back. One more nice deep breath. And we're going to bring that head up and maybe slide those hands a little further in front as we curl our toes and make our way into our downward facing dog. As we come into our down dog, we can walk it out. That feels good. And if it doesn't feel good to be coming into that down dog, you can always bend your knees in your down dog if you'd like to start. But if you can, lengthen those legs, push those heels back, lift those that tailbone up as we push back into those heels. Keep that head nice and relaxed. If you need to, do it out, do some yeses and some nos. And then let's look towards those hands and walk those feet to the hips to a standing forward fold. Head, chest, and body coming towards those legs. Lengthening those hamstrings, lengthening those legs. Also here too, if it feels good, you can walk it out. And then equal weight pulling it through both legs. Lengthening here, head, chest, and body coming towards those legs. Hold it here. And then let's inhale to a flat back. Taking that head up halfway, looking out over those feet, hands can go to the shins or stay on the ground, push those hamstrings back. And then exhale, release, inhale, arms out to the side, head up, chest leads, flat, flat back, up to standing they come. Coming all the way up, and bring it up and down in those hands. All right, taking a little bit of a body stretch, bring the arms up. You can either take the hands together or keep them apart and just reach over to the right. And then coming to center, taking it over to the other side. And then bringing it back to center, just releasing those arms down. Inhale, bringing the arms up. And exhale, folding forward. Into that forward fold. And then from here, hold it here. Let that body come forward as best as you can. And hold. Excited to see you. And then from here, inhale, that flat back. And then exhale, release. And put those hands down, walk or jump into plank. Cutie head to come say hi. I'm going participant today. All right, come into that plank, pull that belly in nice and tight towards your spine. Hands underneath the shoulders. Look at the fingers, try and spread them nice and wide. And then from here, we'll slowly lower down. We'll chaturanga, but first use those toes, push those shoulders slightly in front of the wrists. Lower down like you're doing a tricep push-up, lifting up to your up dog, lifting up through the front of the body, tops of the thighs and the feet, and then curl your toes, lift your hips back to your down dog. As we come into our down dog, that's what's wrong with yoga. All these are dog, 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 no, only one cat. Let's lift that right leg up behind you, nice and high. And then from here, bend that knee and bring that knee underneath the body. So come to a plank and come and hover, come and hold. Just hold it here for a second. One more breath. And then we'll bring that leg through and come into a low lunge. We're gonna drop down onto that back knee and we're gonna come into a low lunge. And lift the arms up, bring ourselves up. If you need cushion for that knee, just feel free to grab a blanket if you have one or a pillow at home. Something to cushion that knee is okay. Be a nice blanket. So if you want that cushion, don't be afraid to use it, especially in our homes because we've got lots of stuff available for us. And then from here, let's just straighten out that front leg and let's fold over it. So coming towards that leg, folding over it, stretching that hamstring. Now, if you've got really good flexibility and you need more of a stretch and you're not feeling this, you can point your toe. Also too, if you've got that really good flexibility and you need more, you can slide that back leg out behind you and come into splits. If you can't get all the way into your splits, you can use those hands to help support yourself. But just come to a place where you feel stretched through the back side of the right leg. And then from here, let's just go ahead and bring that body weight forward. And let's go ahead and take those hands on the inside of that right foot and just walk ourselves down. Coming down, a little bit of a hip stretch. That right hip. Second. And then from here, let's go ahead and walk ourselves back and let's go ahead and come up into a high lunge. And if you have brought yourself any blankets or pillows, just make sure as you start to move again that you want to move them out of the way. Feel yourself up, come into that high lunge. As we're coming here, bending into both knees, holding yourself here, nice and strong in a high lunge. And then let's take those hands back behind you. Go ahead and clasp those hands, and then we're gonna fold over that leg. So just come and fold forward. We got the hands behind us, a little bit different place to balance as we hinge forward. If you can, keep the hands behind. If you need to, you can always bring the hands to the hips. And then let's release those hands, and let's take that right arm up and just give it a little twist. So just reach up with that right arm. And bringing that arm back down, inhale, bring yourself back up, back into our high lunge. And then drop onto the inside of the back foot, open the hips, open up those arms, and bend into that front knee into warrior two. So coming into our warrior, coming and getting comfortable. If you're not as comfortable with those legs that far apart, you can always step in a little bit. What you do want to be conscious of is though, as you bend that front knee, you don't want that front knee out over that ankle. So if you can't see yourself, you want to make sure you can still see your toes without having to go look for them. Just the closer the legs are, the less you bend into those knees. Knees between those shoulder blades. Take a look out over that right hand. Unless you have neck issues, you can look any way that works for you, forward, front, back. Taking a couple more nice deep breaths right here. And then let's take that right forearm above that right knee and just take that left arm right up above that shoulder. Making our way into our side angle. Before we go there though, let's just take it up, reach high, and then take that bicep right over that ear and take that reach over that head. Now that right arm, you can keep it above that knee. You can release to the inside, to the outside of that leg, whatever works for you. But what I want to make sure is, if you do move that right arm, that left arm doesn't start collapsing forward. You want to keep that chest open, keep that bicep right over that ear. And again, it's perfectly fine if you just want to keep that elbow above. And then we'll bring that arm back up where we were before. And then I want you to bend that elbow, take that arm behind your back. Now, if you can reach the right arm through and get those hands to bind behind you, great. If not, just go wherever you can. You can take that right hand and just put it on the ground if you aren't going to bind. And that left shoulder, try and pull that left shoulder back and open. We still got that front knee bent, keeping that lower body position right where we were. Holding it here. Looking anywhere it's comfortable. One more breath. And then from here, we're just going to release those arms, put them beside that foot, send that right leg back behind you. Your downward splits, and then bring that right knee towards that right elbow and just hover and hold. And then extend it back up, and then come forward to a three-legged plank. Just come and hold for a moment, pull that belly in nice and tight. A little bit of heat getting that coming up in that body. And then from here, slowly, chaturanga, release down to your up dog. And then when you're ready, to your down dog. Now coming back into that down dog. If that weight, walk it out if it feels good, do what works. And then bring that left leg up behind you, nice and high. Bend the knee underneath the body. Just come here for a moment, pause and hold. And then from here, swing it forward, come down onto that back knee. Again, if you need that cushion, take it, pull yourself up to that low lunge. And then from here, straighten out that leg and fold forward. So now as we bring ourselves to that hamstring stretch, remember your options. If you need more, point the toe. If you need more than that, slide the right leg back. Couple more nice deep breaths. Okay. Alrighty, and then from here, shift that weight forward, bring those hands onto the inside of that right leg, just come down wherever you can. Now stretching into, the left leg, the left hip, a little stretch. And then from here, inhale, walk those hands back. And then from here, curl that back toe, lift yourself up into that high lunge. Peel those arms up, lift ourselves up. Bending into both knees. Take a look, make sure you can still see those toes. And then from here, take those hands back behind you, clasp them, and then fold over that leg. Just taking those arms up back behind you where they'll go. Fold over that leg, find some balance. And also find some shoulder stretch, lift those arms, and then release those hands. Right hand stays down as that left arm comes up and twists. And then taking that hand down, inhale, lift ourselves back up into our high lunge. And then drop onto the back inside of the back foot, open up the hips, open up the arms into our warrior two. Bending into that front knee, holding it here, squeezing between those shoulder blades. Those toes. Get comfy. You don't have to stay here exclusively if you feel like you need to move a little bit. Feel free to move. Settle in when you can. One more nice deep breath. And then from here, left elbow above that left knee, right arm comes up. It's like, what are you doing with my blanket? It's mine now. And then bringing that right arm over that ear. Again, trying to get that bicep at that ear. Reach that arm forward. Left hand can stay there. You can move that left arm, whatever works. One more nice deep breath. And as we inhale, bring that arm up. And then as we did before, bend that elbow, bring it behind. And then again, if you can bind, or you can just take that left hand, wherever works, Try to pull that right shoulder back, open up through that shoulder. And then from here, go ahead and release. Send that left leg back behind you, back to your down dog splits. And then that left knee comes towards that left wrist and just hold for a moment. And extend back to a three-legged plank. Through that plank, slow leap, chaturanga, release to your up dog. And when you're ready, curl your toes, lift your hips to your downward facing dog. And then from here, look to the hands, walk or jump, the feet to the hands to a standing forward fold. Get comfy on the blanket. And earlier as I grabbed Kitty decided to jump onto my bed where I had laid a sweater for me to grab when I leave. And he was gonna lay down on my black sweater. So I was like, oh no, Kitty cat. Actually, I'd already laid on it. I was like, you are not taking a nap on my sweater right now. Hence, Kitty got thrust into the video today. All right, inhale to that flat back. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms out to the side, head up, flat back, up, up, up. Up we come, all the way up. Just standing, you know, for a little bit of balance. A little bit of balance. Our eagle pose. We're going to start off with both feet just firmly planted on the ground because they won't be there for long. Inhale the arms up and then take the arms out to the side. And now we're going to take that right arm underneath and that left arm on top as we take those arms together. So right arm underneath, left arm on top. So find that place where if you can't get the arms together, you can leave them apart. If that really is truly too difficult, you can give yourself a big bear hug. But if you can, try and get those hands together, try and get the elbows up. And then as you're good there, cross that right leg over the left. If you need more help with balance, you can keep a toe hold as you bend into those knees. So if you need to, take that toe hold. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna bend into those knees, we're gonna keep that chest lifted. So we're not hinging forward from the hips, we're just bending into that knee, keeping that chest up, and try to take those elbows up, chin level, best as we can. Find your balance, and again, if you need help with balance, take a toe hold. That's the easiest thing to do. Toe hold. And then also too, you can just lift that toe as you can. A couple more nice deep breaths. One more. And then as we release, we're going to stand up, uncross the legs, and then take the arms, release, roll. Take side to side. Whatever's gonna get those shoulders released as well as those legs. So you're ready, just inhale the arms up. Exhale, arms out to the side. This time left arm underneath and the right arm on top. So we're going the other way. Left arm underneath, right arm on top. Once you get the arms, take the left leg, cross it over. Again, find that balance. Find what works. Find that challenge. Breathe. A couple more nice deep breaths. And then once again, legs first, release, unwind, and then that upper body. And do whatever you need to. All right. Take those shoulders behind you, just clasp those shoulders. Inhale, lifting up to the top of the head. Exhale and fold forward. So folding forward, arms still clasped together. Those arms up overhead. Give those shoulders a nice big stretch. All right, then release those arms. And then you can just circle those arms. Circle one way, then the other. And then to get those shoulders and those arms a little more stretched, pick up the right toes, feed the right hand with that palm up underneath the toes, and then the left. Feed those toes to those towards that wrist, to those palms, so hands are underneath the feet, and just lengthen and lift in gorilla, getting a nice big stretch through the shoulders, through the back, through the hamstrings as well. And then from here, pick up one hand, release that, release the other. And again, just wiggle whatever you need to do, a little stretch. And then from here, placing those hands down, walk or jump into a plank. Nice strong plank, belly pulled in, hands in the shoulders. Remember too, you can always go to your knees for a plank. Instead of, you can stay on your toes, you can go to your knees, whatever works. And then chaturanga, you can also do your chaturangas from your knee. Right? You can do this here and then release to your up dog. So if that's necessary, it's needed, go for it. Lifting through the front of the belly. And then from here, curl your toes, lift your hips, push back into that down dog. And pushing back into that down dog, holding yourself here. And then from here, we're gonna angle forward once again to that plank. And this time with our plank, we're gonna lower ourselves down, we're gonna land on our belly, and we're gonna stay there for a moment. All right, so as we get that shoulder and that bicep to stretch a little bit, we're gonna take the arms out to a T, okay? And then we're gonna take the right arm in, we're gonna keep the left arm out at that T, and then we're gonna pick our right leg up, and we're gonna roll to the left. So I've got that arm long and out to a T. You guys stay there, but if you're wondering where I am, it's just out to the T and rolling to the side. So just rolling and just using that right foot as your kickstand, as your stopper, to stop yourself as you hold here with that left arm nice and long. You should be feeling a good stretch through the bicep. Maybe a little through the shoulder too. And then we'll just roll back up to our bellies, extend that right arm out and just straight out to a T, slide that left arm in, and then roll to the right. Use the left foot as your kickstand. Help stop yourself. Hold it here, good stretch in that arm, bicep form. Also a good stretch. And then from here, roll back onto your belly. Take those hands underneath your shoulders as we make our way into cobra. So we're going to tuck those arms in by our side, tuck those elbows in, and just lift that chest. Using that low back, lift that chest, lifting up in your cobra, wherever your low back will allow. Holding it here, pressing the tops of the feet into the ground. Come and hold. Hold for breath. And then release. And then we're going to sit back into a child's pose, push ourselves all the way back. Feet together, knees about hip distance or wider apart. And then just slide back onto those heels and extend those arms forward. Nice long stretch, long reach. And then from here, just lift that head up a little bit. Let a little blood flow come back to that heart. When you're ready, bring those arms up. And from here, we're just gonna bring that elbow down. And we're gonna bring that, as we bring that elbow down, that palm down towards that shoulder. And then as we do, we're just gonna sit back onto those heels. So trying to stretch that tricep a little bit. Now, if you need a little bit more stretch, take the elbow a little further out and then sit back onto those heels. Again, just having that elbow down, the back of the arm, where we're feeling the stretch. The awkward muscle, it's hard to get into a stretch. And then we're just gonna bring ourselves forward, bring ourselves up, and again, the other elbow comes down, hips are up, lifted forward, up above the knees, elbow down, because then once you go back, is where you're gonna feel that stretch as you sit back. Again, this elbow on the ground, trying to aim to get a good stretch through the tricep, back of the arm. And if you don't feel that stretch, bring the elbow further out in front of you and then sit yourself back. push yourself forward, release. And then from here, we're going to just bring ourselves to a seated position. You can cross the legs, sit back, whatever works. And next we'll be making our way into our boat pose. So a little bit of belly strength. An easier way to come into your boat is to take a hold of your hamstrings or your shins. If you want to start there, you can. You can lift up, you can release those arms, lifting through the top of the head, through that chest. If you want, you can extend those legs. If you want, you can grab a hold of those legs. But just do something that's going to challenge that core a little bit. Keeping that chest lid, shoulders rolled back. Hold one more breath. And then let's release those legs forward and fold over them. So getting into that forward fold that we began our practice with. If you're not feeling a little less resistance and tension from those legs. And from here, nice flat back as we inhale, lift up, and then bring ourselves up. Alrighty. And from here, once again, we're going to come into that boat. And again, come to whatever boat works for you. Extend those legs, bend those knees. Just one more time, a little bit more challenge, a little bit more work. That belly. Hold. Breathe, roll those shoulders back. One more breath. And then we're going to release all the way down long, hands out over your head, reach, point, and stretch. And then from here, we're going to bring those arms up so we can see those hands. Right hand grabs a hold of that left wrist, and just pull that arm over to the right. Get a little shoulder stretch. And then bring those arms back up. Left hand grabs the right wrist, pull it over to the left. And then from here, bringing both arms up overhead to where we can see them. And then just bringing those arms down. And then from here, go ahead and bring those knees in. And you can, if you want to put the hands on the knees as drivers to drive those knees where they're going, you can. But if you're grabbing the shins, try not to grab on the knees. And just circle or rock side to side. Little release for that low back. Whenever you are ready, making our way into our final posture for Shavasana. Traditional posture is corpse pose with the arms extended by the side, legs relaxed. You can let those toes drop out. If that's what relaxes for you. But I encourage you to just find somewhere that's comfortable for you. And just take the next few minutes to close your eyes. Let that body relax. That body just melt right down into the earth. As you're keeping your eyes closed, all you need to do is continue to breathe. Slowly bringing some awareness back into that body and that mind. You can move those fingers, toes, hands, feet, arms, legs. Even that head can go side to side. Whatever's going to bring a little bit of thought, a little bit of movement back into that body. When you're ready, rolling over onto the side of your choice. Anyone who's pregnant should go left. Everybody else can choose a side. And just remain here for a moment. Watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. And again, that quote is, watch your thoughts, they become words. Watch your words, they become actions. Watch your actions, they become habits. Watch your habits, they become character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. And that is a quote from Lao Tzu's. And when you're ready, use your outside arm, push yourself back up to your seated position, back where we began our practice. And hopefully here, building a little bit of character in our lives in these days. And hopefully with a little bit more positivity in your life, you can take that and prosper. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and hopefully we will see you all next week. Namaste. Thanks, you guys. And let me